My job goes all the way from picking the games, you know, from the fixture list that we want to show live, all the way through to deciding who's going to work on them, the bits we're going to edit, you know, talking to all the presenters about how we're going to do it. So I suppose I sort of oversee it all, but then have a sort of great team around me who actually sort of put it all into place.
We've basically got all these guys are pretty experienced. There is a format. Everybody knows their game.
And I try and get running orders, scripts out to people, you know, at least a day or two beforehand. I'll have gone through it with each different area, the VT people, the director, the presenters, you know, into how it all kind of sticks together. So everybody pretty much knows what they're doing before we get here. And today is, you know, everybody kind of comes together about this sort of time, 3-4 o'clock.
And then we have a production meeting usually after meal, about 5 o'clock. And then it's round to the dugouts to start getting ready to do my interviews and get my earpiece sorted out. And then we start pre-recording anything we have to pre-record before we go live on air at 7:30, and then it's away we go.
Everyone knows what they're doing now. I mean, I think this is like our 45th OB of the season now, so everyone knows their job. We've been to Burton 5 or 6 times now, so we know the club really well, the setup, where everything needs to be, where everything needs to go. And a big occasion like today, we want to be on top of everything, and I think we will. We're all ready to go. All the cameras are ready. All the cameramen know what to do. So yeah, it should be good fun.
The atmosphere at conference is fantastic, you know, because they're all real supporters. They all want to be here. They're not being paid by banks to come and have a meal. They're paying their money, coming to watch the game, and they're really into it. So you get a really good atmosphere, and the club's generally pleased to see you.
We have a commentator who also presents the show. An awful lot of what we do has to be pre-recorded. So between Rebecca and Steve, we'll speak to managers. We're a lot more flexible with what we can do at this level, so we'll probably speak to a couple of players on the pitch before the game starts. We have cameras in their dressing rooms, so we have to make sure that they work, and we'll record bits of team talk. So, you know, with the Champions League game, in many ways it's easier because you turn up and there's only so much you can do, and the game starts, and that's great. With here, because we can push it a little bit more, we push ourselves a little bit more, and we like to think, you know, it looks very good on the screen.
I love working for Setanta. I love working for the BBC, but the BBC is a huge, huge organisation, as you know, and you can very quickly find yourself one of loads. And it's very, very difficult to really make a name for yourself, or to really get an opportunity to show what you can do. And I do these shows, the Blue Square Premier, and I also do a Monday night Premier League chat show, which I do with James Richardson. And at my age on the BBC, I never in a million years would have had that opportunity. So hopefully I've sort of proved that I can do it now, and who knows, in the future maybe I'll go back. I loved it there, it's where I started, so I'd love to go back, but for now Setanta's where it's at.
It is TARDIS-like a little bit, in that you know, they look like a bunch of lorries, but you know, there's so much technology on inside them. You know, in basic terms, all the 12, 14 cameras we've got tonight, all the cameras from outside there all go into there, and the director will cut each of those cameras, and that's what the world sees. He'll also have a number of graphic sources, a number of VT sources where all the replays and the interviews come from. Also going on those trucks will be all the guys making sure the lighting's right on the cameras, the sound. There's probably 10 microphones around the edge of the pitch. It's probably the hardest job, that where the ball goes, you know, the sound has to go with it. All these things that, you know, are now a given on live football matches are actually pretty difficult.
I think we just try and do things differently, but we always respect the game. The most important thing, obviously, is the game. The coverage is, you know, as from where I look at it, is we do it exactly the same as we do any other football match. We treat it the same, but we try to give the fan something different. So we try to do little bits and pieces like the interviews during the game, getting inside the changing rooms, trying to make it look interesting to the supporters. I think that's mainly what we do, but ultimately we want the game to run smoothly and treat it as a proper match, which I think we do.
We're back with all the analysis next.
Stand by, A roll, take it. Don't forget to press the set up, please. Stop the stalls out.